Netflix is clearly the big winner of the streaming wars. They have the most subscribers, almost double that of Disney+. And it's actually quite easy to analyse Netflix's revenue. You can imagine it's just the number of subscribers they have times by their monthly or annual subscription, with maybe some advertising revenue thrown in. So nice and easy to analyse revenue and understand where it's come from. It's actually a little more difficult to analyse how much profit they're making. And the reason for that is the biggest individual expense they have is amortisation. That means when Netflix produce a show, they don't simply expense it in the year it's produced. Instead, they work out how many years benefit they're going to get from that show, and they spread the cost over that number of years. Now, in the case of acquiring a show from an external party, that's quite straightforward. So when Netflix acquired the US office, and let's say they had it on a 4-year contract, they would spread those costs over 4 years. It's a little more difficult to judge from an internally generated show. So whether it's Stranger Things, whether it's The Night Agent, how many years benefit is that actually going to give Netflix? Because it might stay on their system for years and years. But are people still watching those 5 or 6 years later? And that is a hugely judgmental idea. If you think about how many shows Netflix produces and how many calculations will go in there, that amortisation number can be skewed by a lot of judgment. Because for every Stranger Things success that people might still be watching 3 or 4 years later, there's going to be some of the reality shows like Love is Blind that maybe gain views in 6 months and then are gone for good. But they're still on the platform. Now that's important to consider because Disney actually took a whole bunch of stuff off their platform, and that led to a $2 billion impairment where they said there's no point in having all of this content on there anymore. So content assets are the biggest asset on Netflix's balance sheet. And so the decision is, are they going to keep that content on their books forever, or are they going to start taking things off? And if so, does that mean they need to impair things? And if they do, that'll be a big hit to the P&L.